Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg and I'm going to go over a coin or a cryptocurrency called Thorchain or Rune. Okay, I'm not going to go over the fundamentals and technicals. It's not going to be necessary for the time being. I'm going to explain why in a second because of what the technicals are telling me. This is a coin that did a massive wave run of over 20%. With an extended fifth wave right here. You can see some information in here if you go through the RSI on Thorchain. So I'm gonna start off with the weekly. So normally you have a high third wave peak, but in Thorchain, you did not. Your highest peak on the weekly is right there, okay? What that's telling me is that this was a blow off. It had a blow off on a fifth wave. Okay. You go to the 3-day on the RSI, you still have that. This peak is higher right here than a third wave peak. You come out to the daily and you have a blow off fifth wave. Again, you can see here's a peak, here's your highest peak for your third wave, and then it just rolled over and was very, very long. Okay, you can see that in cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, one coin that did this is Bitcoin. This exact move almost. I'll show you. If you come here, you see Bitcoin at its third wave peak. There's the fifth wave, and you see how this rolled over like that and made this immense. That's why there's a really good chance this still could be some sort of blow off fifth wave instead of a 1-2. There's that possibility. We're just not going to know probably years down the road until this is all sussed out. But going back to Thorchain or Rune, okay, once this is done with its correction, I have targets for this coin at about $30. After, it never shows it on the daily, after about a long time. I'm going to tell you guys in a while. I'll tell you this is not going to be probably an investable asset for a long periods of time. I'm not going to go through the correction. I'm going to show you something real quick to tell you why, and then I'll go into the correction. This leg took 584 days. This correction has only lasted about 413 days. Typically, the corrections are at least 1.5 times longer than the wave, okay? So what I'm saying is that Rune has a lot more correcting to do, and going through the waves and looking at it, I can tell that it has a lot more correcting to do. So I'm gonna go through that real quick with you. It did a nice flat move here, whether you want to label this a WXY or an ABC, I'm not concerned with it, it's a flat move. It whizzed up on this 3-wave move to make an X wave or an ABC. Now Rune is over here. I'm going to go to the daily chart. Rune is over here in this move. Okay. Now this move, you can see the bottom of your third wave peak is right there. And I'm going to go out to the 12-hour chart and show you guys more detail. Here's that third wave peak. You had a little bit of divergence and it's coming up. Now, the only way you can label this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is another one behind it. 1, 2, that's a flat in there. 3, 4, and then 5. Okay. There's no other way. Even if I got an ABC out of that, Rune still has to do at least, this would be the A, up for the B, and Rune has to come down for the C at a minimum. Okay. To make the full WXY. Okay, now if you take, if I take a fib off this W that's here, up for the X and down for the Y, right now, if I take a fib, I go to the bottom of the Y and go up to the top of the X, it's only at a 1-to-1. It needs to be down here in this area. Okay. And that also follows with the time that I'm letting you guys know about with Thorchain Rune right here. And the other issue that there is with this coin is that it's only retraced to this level on logarithmic scale. Now, some people are going to go like this, and they're going to use it off a log, and they're going to go, oh, it's okay. Look, it's at 90%. Telling you, it's not going to work. You can get it on a pump maybe, but Rune's going to need to correct. It's going to need to do over here. Here's a 3-wave move. Here's a 3-wave move, and this needs to be a 3-wave move, whether this ABC up for an X and then an ABC or a 5-3-5. It looks like to me it's doing a flat and a zigzag. That's what it needs to do. Now this box is the 23 to 50% area, and it's going to need to do something at least like that, and more than likely with a zigzag that it's going to do is going to be a 1-to-1. And let's say it goes to the middle of the box, and a 1-to-1 will be right there at about 43 cents per Rune. And then that will complete the correction. It'll be a little bit better. It'll be deep enough like that. And then if you check it now and get a retrace on that, you know, now you're looking at 50%, which would be acceptable. One of the things I would say it's only probably going to hit 50% and not maybe go to the golden pocket is one, it's a super bullish coin. It's probably why it's taking so long to correct. And also two, this wave is so long. The 5th wave is so long, the retracement is going to be less. It's not going to be to the 618 or 786. I doubt that it'll get down there, just because this is a 5, it's going to bounce and do another 5, and that should complete it. But the time it's going to need for this, okay? So if I take one of these trend-based fib time on there and go like that and look at the time on the correction, you can see here's the 1. You know, it's gonna have to probably be out like that. So this B wave could drag out for a while like this. So let me take the box and move it like that, and then just drag this out and get it more over here like that, something like that. Okay, it needs more. This is only 1-to-1. Usually the corrections will be longer than the wave itself. So, and Rune's wave took, how long did it take? 608 days, more or less, right around 600 days. So you're going to be looking at something like, you know, here's 600 days. So at least probably something would be, you know, 700, 800 days. So you're looking at probably sometime in the first 6 months of 2023 for Rune's correction to be over with, to get down here to this area, more or less about, you know, 22, something like that. Let me double check that extension. If that wave is done, I think it might be done. I couldn't, the sequences, that's a little bit too much. If it goes there, you have to realize too that it can extend. This can extend down here. So realistically, just in case, you know, you want to have your box kind of like that, it's going to be a big box since it has so much more in the correction to do. And it's going to be down here, guys. And once it gets down there, it'll be, you know, and then the 3rd wave is going to take, since this took, what, like almost 2 years, this 3rd wave is going to take a real long time too. So my recommendation is don't involve yourself with this coin for the time being. You got to let it finish its correction. You might be able to get on a B wave bounce or something like that, but under the current market conditions, you know, I wouldn't even mess with a coin like this at this, you know, at that time. This over here was an X wave or B wave pump that people got onto. So it's not going to be, you know, unless Rune is able to pull a miracle out here, but this is a 5-wave move. Here, I'll explain something. This is a 5-wave move by itself. You can't get an expanded flat out of there. This is taken up. So this 5-wave is, this is the start of something. That's what I'm saying. This is either start or the end of something. It's never in the middle. So it has to do another bounce and complete another 5-wave move. If it's going to go to a 1-to-1 on a zigzag, it's going to be to 40 cents. If it's 1.68, they can go down as low as 10 cents. And then can rocket back up over the course of 2 or 3 years, like the first 6 months or so of 2023, and then go back up there over the course of 3 years to $30. All right. That's what, so I could suggest. You know, I'm going to leave it on here. You guys can look at it and watch it. I know some of you might not believe this, but go ahead and wait patiently. We'll talk next year. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to be exactly right, but I can assure you that I'm going to be pretty close. I'm going to be pretty close on this. So, all right, guys, if you made it all the way to the end of my video, go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't like what I have to say about Thorchain Rune, then go ahead and hit the dislike or give me your opinion in there. I'm open for anybody's opinion of what they think could be going on with Thorchain Rune. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.